Hey people, Gunter Quests Redemption blue team. Breeze is a force commander, very good offense, fighting in melee, some powerful disruption and support the Dark Angels DLC here. Alongside Sir Gunter the Kaiser is an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee combat but can get specialized ranged weapons, and the Mordian Iron Guard elite scheme here. Rounding off this team, Sparks with a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat with some powerful disruption and support. Red team, it's Tzeentch time, triple Chaos Sorcerers. First up is hutch4343 with the Thousand Suns elite scheme. We have Lyon, also Thousand Suns elite scheme. Is it all of them? And Veldi, nope, we got some shiny green stuff over here. Chaos Sorcerers are offense disruption heroes with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. Hammer of the Witches to the face in the mid here. Meanwhile, south, got some doom blasting heretics, some doom bolts flying in on those banshees, and they have been forced to retreat. Got some Tzeentchian worship for some reason. Was that a misclick? Were those guys meant to doom blast there? Just saw one of them consumed by the sorcerer. CSM in melee with the Warlock. Some more guardians hitting the field and some more doom bolts for him. That was a big hit. Chasing them off. Warlock trying to get a model off those CSM. Meanwhile, north, what's going on? We have the Sorcerer of Hutch against these Dark Angels. Force Commander chasing around the Heretics. There's a Doom Blast. And they got pretty close to getting a model off those Tactical Marines, but didn't quite manage it. Where are the Scouts? The Scouts did drop a model in the mid. Gunter the Kaiser is forced off. Capping up the center of those Chaos Space Marines. The Warlock remains a threat on the south side, forces off those Chaos Space Marines there. We have some more guardsmen up for Kaiser after the Sentinel. The more Guardians we saw into Rangers for Sparks, and double Tactical Marines for Breeze. They did cap the VP, didn't quite grab this wreck point yet as a contested power on the northern edge too. Power sword up immediately for the Force Commander. Gives him a power weapon, as you may expect. Also gives him an improved battle cry. Gonna get this Sorcerer, I think. Smack, down he goes. A little bit sloppy there from Hutch. Flanking now, though, from Lyon, and I think they can get a revive quite easily. Doom bolts. There's a revive. It's going to level them to 2 as well. Oh, the Force Commander went down. They got him. Going to get confused because all these two players have the same colour scheme. Raptors on the way for Veldi. Sentinel now trying to flank of his own. Double Guardsman alongside it. The Holy Brazier in the hands of the Inquisitor. A power melee weapon with the area denial Holy Pyre ability. I expect we'll see it thrown down here. Maybe. She's going for it. Needs to get kind of close. There we go. That'll do damage over time. And it'll debuff those units. We have Chaos Space Marines with Eternal War for Lyon. What about these fellas? Nope, Veldi doesn't have it. Hutch also does not have Eternal War. Get enough lasguns together, you can start threatening things apparently. CSM dropped a model there, more Doom Bolts coming in, another consume. They're keeping the pressure up, the Chaos team. There's always something in the field. Always have a presence, it seems, so far. Tactical Marines caught in melee by double CSM and Heretics. That would have been nasty. They got away again without a model loss there. Meanwhile, Eldar have swept up the southern side since Veldi dipped into the mid there. We have Rangers decapping the VP. Banshees fleeing now. Here are the Raptors of Veldi. Jump troops that suppress nearby enemies when they land. Decent damage output, 30 DPS per model in tier 1. Going to be a tough fight though against those Banshees if they don't get that jump, because even suppressing melee units in a melee fight is useful because they'll move around for longer trying to get into combat. You can fire off some special attacks. Moving units have lower melee skill, which is why they get special attacked more. More Raptors up there for Hutch. Goes for that northern VP. We're going to see a revive by the Inquisitor and most likely a level 2 Inquisitor here. Falcon Bolts being used by the Tactical Marines doesn't help you against a hero though. Should have saved it for the CSM. Doom Bolts flying in, again not too useful against a single entity like the Force Commander. I think that both of these heroes need to back off though for the blue team. We do have Sniper Scouts for Breeze. Aggressive push as you'd expect from Chaos here. They're using the Sorcerers quite well. Using those consumes, getting those Doom Bolts flying in, although firing them at a hero, as I said, isn't ideal. This guy's just hanging out behind some heavy cover. With no support, apparently. Okay, here's the support. Doom Bolts wasn't great. We have some infiltrated Banshees, which is a problem. The Veldi down here. Oh, not for long. Warlock's got the Merciless Witchblade, and Champion's Robe couldn't quite maintain that infiltration off the hollow fields. And the Banshees got wrecked by Doom Blasting Heretics and those Raptors. And they're having some trouble retreating effectively here. Looks like they are going to make it out. Raptors get kinetic pulsed by the Rangers. Look at the range on that disruption. Now they're up against the Warlock. So the Warlock's Merciless Witchblade is pretty awesome. Big damage per swing, draining energy per hit, and disruption on the range attack. So bad news for this stuff, because Raptors want energy to jump, and the Sorcerer can also be quite energy intensive, although he doesn't have any war gear at the moment. Meanwhile, northeast, natural power for blue team under assault. Taking a very wide angle here, Lyon. Looks like they bashed the node and a couple of gens. Inquisitor got into trouble. I think she's going to be okay. Sentinel has the spotlight. Look at that. Now has a little bit of detection, a little bit more detection. Not sure how useful that is, but I mean, you're up against a bunch of sorcerers. They can do that Tzeentchian worship. Double CSM with a ton of war, having to back off. We've got those grenade launcher heretics. I think they're just getting themselves into trouble here. Just putting as much DPS on these guardsmen and stuff as they could. They got the Sentinel quite low, actually. I hear Banshees yelling. Here they are, forcing off some Chaos stuff from the mid. Heretics looking lively in the south, and they get kinetic pulsed. And then they run. Maybe these guys can get onto the VP here. We have Aspect of Strength, Howling Banshees, and Battle Equipment for the two Guardians. More Doom Bolts, endless Doom Bolts. Raptors should back off here, up against two armies basically. But they're going in. They want a model off these Tactical Marines. But there's Hammer of the Witches, and here comes the Force Commander. This was bad play from Hutch. Should have just backed off those Raptors. Dropped two models off them, almost the entire squad there in fact. Tier 2s all around. Looks like Sparks is the last player to go. Couldn't quite get a decap. Raptors scaring off the Banshees, but still have things in play here, Sparks. The Warlock can do a lot of work alone with his Merciless Switchblade and his Champion's Robe. There's that hollow fields infiltration. This will affect enemy units, I believe, the infiltration. Not sure how long it lasts for, though. See, it's infiltrating those Raptors there. North is blue. No attempt to push up onto the power, though. Hutch is ready for it, if they do. And Eternal War for those two CSM now. Heretics hanging around the power, need to move up a bit. Blood Crusher is up here for Lyon. A Bloodletter riding a Juggernaut is a demon with vehicle armor, so you can worship that guy for great effect. Health and energy regen. As well as the usual infiltration for Tzeentch. It's going to cause some problems, especially if it comes south and assists this power bash. Looks like a Chaos Dreadnought on the way for Veldi. Warlock get himself in the middle of a whole bunch of stuff there. Made it out okay. 323 to 463. Bunch of dead stuff over there from a Warp Fire, I think. Maybe it was a Doom Bolts. I hear yelling Banshees. They're being dealt with relatively easily. Actually saw a sync kill there. Can they defend the power? Raptors are getting kind of messed up. Didn't drop a model though. 2-1 for the blue team. The northern VP though is turning red. We have Mark of Tzeentch and Aspiring Champion Chaos Space Marines for Hutch. Oh, now they get an Eternal War. I guess they cancelled it to get their marks up. Force Commander's in there, doing some work with his battle cry. 10 seconds of special attacks, and each one buffs surrounding allies, and because he's got the power sword, the buff is increased. There's a stacking buff as well. Then he gets shot to death, so it doesn't matter. They do have an Imperial Guard bunker. Doesn't seem like it's upgraded yet. Although the feathers in... Oh, it is upgraded. I couldn't see the green hexagons on the tactical marines there, but they do have them. So they can reinforce off it. Getting some health regen too. Anti-armor stormtroopers doing their thing against the Blood Crusher. Don't know why the Inquisitor's going in there. She should be tying up some CSM. Try and give the stormtroopers a little bit more time to work, but the Blood Crusher is going to survive, I think. The Inquisitor can get an anti-vehicle weapon, well, an anti-everything weapon with her Inferno pistol. No sign of it yet. 323 to 444. It's a Chimera now for Kaiser. Chaos Dreadnought bashing power, and it's bashed alright. Got Mark of Tzeentch down here now. Starts off with an autocannon and a very mean looking close combat claw, this fella. Autocannon is decent versus all targets. The claw similarly. Here come Howling Banshees. They've been cursed by the icon of Tzeentch. The curse of Tzeentch. That explosion on death there really messed them up. Holy crap, and they go down. Banshees wiped, I believe. Oh no, they got away. They got away. Those Guardians did not get away at all. Melter Bob. And now Melter Guns on the Dreadnought. Can they tie them up? There's a Dark Flames. Make them move at least. Yep, got them out of there. Ouch. A rough minute or so for the blue team. Massive amounts of pressure from these sorcerers. They come out swinging again. Force Commander's still down in the north. Sorcerer's just hanging out. Scouts in that bunker are being quite annoying. We have triple Marines up here for Breeze. Stone Guard veterans and double tax. And a Plasma Dev. That's going to be helpful in the north, although fully populated power here for the red team. They must have tons of it. Look, plus 71 coming in. Tier 3 for Hutch and Tier 3 for Lyon. A little bit of action in the northern VP now. Eldar's being quite defensive at the moment. Does have a Wraith Lord up though. Going for a shoulder-mounted Bright Lance to help fight this Dreadnought. Not sure why this shield has gone up here. It is getting some repairs. But might need to move pretty quickly. That's an infiltrated Wraith Lord. They cannot see this stuff. Only when it gets close enough to the aspiring champion heretics can they see it. Howling Banshees get frightened by the Blood Crusher's demonic roar there. They drew some fire though. Can the Wraith Lord get enough hits on the Dreadnought? It's gone into melee now. Dreadnought is warped to safety by someone. By this player. Veldi. Oh, that was Veldi's. Yeah. This is another sorcerer down here. This is Lyon. Wraith Lord continues to push. The Raptor aspiring champion does have a heavy melee demon maul. But not a great fight for them to take. They smacked the Warlock away. That was pretty fun. Blood Crusher goes after it. Has it pushed up too far? Is this an overextended Wraith Lord right here? It might be. It might be. Here comes the support maybe from Sir Gunter The Kaiser. With a Chimera, there's units inside of it. You can tell because the turrets on the side were firing. Now they've all bundled out. The Wraith Lord lives. Some hollow fields do infiltrate it there. And we do have an Inferno Pistol Inquisitor now. Blood Crusher's done really well so far. Sir Gunter The Kaiser did not replace those anti-armor stormtroopers. He's getting another Chimera. 323 to 385. Landraider Phobos on the way for Lyon. Blood Crusher now goes over the Chimera. And eats a bunch of lasgun fire as well as some Inferno pistol fire, though that did not frighten the Inquisitor. She wasn't close enough to be affected by that roar. She needed to keep moving though. Needed to get moving before the Blood Crusher moved away there. She's too far away, I think, to shoot it. And it can probably charge away soon if it needs to. 323 to 364 on the VPs. Phobos is almost 3/4 of the way done. All those red players in tier 3. We do have double chimeras for Sir Gunter. I wonder if that was intended. A little bit too static maybe on the northern VP here. Breeze. Perhaps they should have bashed this power or tried to. I don't think they did. Oh, look at that. So Gunter did get that second Chimera by mistake. Overwatch mistake. Oh man, that was a really good plasma cannon shot there. Really good. That one just hit an object. What is this? This is one of those Chimeras just jumping down the hill. Let's see how this does. Can they bash power maybe? Oh, here's the Phobos. It should make short work of a Chimera. It's got twin-linked las cannons on the side sponson, so very effective against large targets. Twin-linked heavy bolter on top, and a combi bolter, I guess they'd call it, or something, alongside it. They don't call them storm bolters in Chaos Land, apparently. We have melter gun raptors. There's a melter bomb. And they should do some really good damage here with the Dreadnought helping out. For some reason, the Heretics ignored the Banshees and went for the Wraith Lord. They could have helped out those Raptors there. Maybe they bought enough time for it. There's Curse of Tzeentch on the Banshees again. And the Heretic went flying. Support from Sir Gunter. Wraith Lord, I think, is going to make it out. And it might have been that Banshee raid. They've jumped after it. Can't throw another melter, but they are getting shots in. Warlock is trying to tie them up. Meanwhile, Judgment on the Chaos Dreadnought here. Taking shots as well from the Inferno Pistol. The Raptors did run, and the Wraith Lord survived. Dreadnought needs to get moving. The Inquisitor can jump into the Chimera here to chase, maybe. Looks like she's chasing on foot for now. Oh, that was the Judgment going off. The Dreadnought stopped moving. Maybe it's given up in life. Or maybe it's going to be warped out by one of the friendly sorcerers. None of them are in safe places, though. I think it's going to go down. The Inquisitor needs to shoot it. There we go. Down it goes. Meanwhile, north, it's looking very red now. We have a destroyed Chimera. This is the other one Sir Gunter had. They might have just thrown it away. You've got some Chaos Terminators for Hutch now, too. Looking pretty cool, it has to be said, with the Thousand Suns elite scheme. The Blood Crusher survived even. Tier 3 for Sparks. Blue team up against it though, out-teched and out-muscled at the moment. 316 to 278, there's a 2-1 for red. Inquisitor levels to 4. Bashes power maybe? There she goes. Got some Eldar support. What is that? Is that Circle of Summonings? That's more Terminators, I think. Yeah. All of a sudden, Chaos Terminators in your flank. Using their power fists on the Banshees there. Curse of Tzeentch has been really bad news for those ladies. I feel like the Icon of Tzeentch is not something you see that often in a 3v3. And whenever I see it, it seems to be terrifying. I guess the Sorcerer has a lot of good options there with Tome of Subjugation and the Sigil of the Rift. Librarian on the field here for Breeze. He's got his staff ready already. The scouts did die, apparently. Stone Guard will be running. Tactical Marine is going to be running soon. Librarian's putting some good damage in, though. His staff is a power melee weapon, so it's bad news for those Raptors. Tactical Marines holding their own. Kicking off in the background there. Are these Raptors going to die, though? Looks like they have jumped out in time. And I mean, they did keep those Tactical Marines tied up, if nothing else. You see the Force Commander here with his Sacred Standard, providing a massive damage buff when he's downed like that. If he's walking around, still gives you a damage buff, just not as fancy. Webway in the southwest corner here. Phobos is basically on the halfway point. We have a Chaos Predator 2 for Lyon. What am I hearing shooting? Oh, it's this. They are bashing that power. Get this rec point back, fellas. Looks like we can have a Mark of Khorne Predator tank for Lyon. Tier 3 for Sir Gunter and for Sparks. Sir Gunter close-ish to a Lehman Russ. He needs to hold off for a while though. There's some artillery spotters doing their thing. That completely missed everything. The Shrine of Tzeentch gives you some defensive bonuses actually, but I think it only applies to your units, I'm pretty sure. See these blue markings at their feet there, 10% damage resist. And are they from the same player? They are, both from Lyon. South side, it's going to be important for the Eldar to try and keep pressure on this VP. Much easier said than done, but they do have that webway. Those rangers didn't make it. Seer Council on the way. And they'll chop up those Terminators and those Raptors pretty well. Kicking off on the north side though. Can the blue team find a way through? Dark Flames goes in. Tactical Marines tanking it quite well. There's the Demonic Shield. Keeping that far boss back. Hasn't been tempted to move it up yet. Those Tactical Marines just had a bad day. Another Shrine goes up. Oh yeah, by the way, they also shoot out these Doom Bolts. I think I forgot to mention that. Ducking into the Chimera. Note that the Raptors lose their ability to suppress stuff if they have their melter guns. Unless that was changed at some point. I don't think it was. Chaos Terminators with an autocannon. That's the melter bomb on the Wraith Lord, but it survives. Banshees have stuck in there, haven't they? Level 2, the Curse of Tzeentch is on them. They are now being passively supported by those Seer Council. They have that damage reduction aura. And those guys will chop you up quick. Look how they are tearing through those Raptors. Down they go. Did take a bunch of damage doing it though. We see this demoralization effect from the units being killed by the Terminators, spreading to the killed units' allies, reducing their damage output and their damage resistance. Power Fists versus Chimera. Almost got it. Can the tank finish it off? Maybe? Maybe it should have tried a little bit harder. Warlock now has the Heart of Darkness. Helps regenerate energy for his shield, of course. 158 to 278. Demon Rust is up for Sir Gunter The Kaiser, and it's a Vanquisher cannon, so really good at taking on large targets. 1200 hit points on this thing. It's an expensive tank. It's a really damn good tank. Very brave Raptors jumping into the Maelstrom. Those Tactical Marines able to reinforce off that Chimera. 143 to 278. Can the red team keep this up? Looks like something is on their natural VP. They still haven't spotted that webway down there. Spark's doing a good job going after it. He's got Dark Reapers up now. Very effective versus heavy and super heavy infantry, which is most of the red team's army aside from their vehicles. The Blood Crusher's still going, you guys. It's almost level 3. Looks like they only got a decap. Surely they must be looking for the webway now. I mean, they might just be assuming that they're running up. They are fast running Eldar. Sorcerer here levels to 3. What do we got in the other fellas? You have the Demon Armor. You are level 5 with the same loadout. Warp Fire Rod and Demon Armor. And you are level 6 with the Icon of Tzeentch and nothing else. Warlock is pissed, going after a tank. So is the Inquisitor, which is being tied up. Supported by the Chimera, but the Chimera doesn't really get close to a tank. It's a Mark of Noble tank, so not great at taking out other vehicles, but it's still got autocannon shots going in. The Mark of Noble tank becomes super tough, as you can see in that tooltip. Health regen, melee resist, more health, and its autocannon has stinky green crap on it like this, doing damage over time. Are we going to see the fall of the Blood Crusher here? Just took a missile hit and a Vanquisher cannon hit. Looks like it might get away. Banshees on the Terminators. What are they doing? Not sure why they went so far up there. That must have been some kind of control mistake. Dark Reapers laid it on them for a second there. They've been warped out. Veldi just had a really bad fight. Where is the Sorcerer? Yeah, I think they were warped back to the retreating Sorcerer, so he chose to save those instead of the tank, which I guess makes sense. Have the blue team turned the corner? They just messed up one of the red players. Force Commander's now had enough. He's got a Power Fist. Just sprinting angrily around because of Veil of Time. Can they hold off this now? Maybe do some damage to this army. It's a good jump. Suppressed a couple of squads. Force Commander's going to go down pretty quick. which is going to buff the hell out of this stuff. There's a Dark Flames. Orbital going in, and it caught those guys pretty good. Also got the allied Inquisitor though. They're rolling up this south side. South side, of course, is where there's 2 victory points to try and control. See, Council are having a big effect here, I feel like. They're really dangerous in melee. Terminators don't want to fight them. Getting quite low there. They can reinforce off that Chimera, of course. 88 to 261. Can the blue team hold on to this 2-1 cap? Hutch calling for more assistance at the bottom. It's going to take the Land Raider a while to get there. That was another Land Raider. There's Hutch's one. Can they get the natural back? Breeze is well into tier 3. Are they saving for a Land Raider Redeemer? The Warlock is trying to revive the Force Commander, but are they doing it? I don't think they're actually doing it. They keep getting path blocked by the vehicles and stuff. This could be a messy fight here. Really messy fight. Could not get the revive to Warlock. Wraithlord's done well. Can't believe that Blood Crusher is still around. Yeah, did not revive the Force Commander there. Warlock might die as well. Gets very low. Blood Crusher is on retreat path. But it's not gonna go for the kill. It's scared of the Leman Russ tank. 88 to 220. It is a Land Raider Redeemer from Breeze. Would it have been better to get Assault Terminators up with Lightning Claws to tear through this stuff? I mean, Land Raiders are amazing, but so are Assault Terminators. Down goes the Wraithlord. Look at the float from Lyon. Look at this float. They hear Banshees yelling. Oh, they're here. They came out of the webway, I suppose. Get jumped on, and then they retreat. Lots of power fists in retreat path. Smack, smack, smack. Double Chaos Terminators there for Veldi. Demon Russ is level 2, doing well. Hammer of the Witches, and then Death for the Inquisitor. She has lots of great tools to use against Terminators, actually. Might see her get Purgatus. Maybe some Excruciators. We have some level 4 Tactical Marines going for the decap. And now the cap, they do cap 50% faster than normal. You know what? They got kind of messed up by those shrines. Now, it was only a couple of shrines. Those Doombolts seem to be able to hit all of the models. The Raptors seem lost in life, trying to look for the webway. Damn pathing, says Sparks. Not sure exactly what they were referring to. Everything's back at base right now. Force Commander's down. Inquisitor's down. Oh. Yeah, they're talking about trying to revive that Force Commander and the Leman Russ and stuff. And the Chimera just kept getting into the way, I think. 1-1 cap. Webway somewhere, says Hutch. That's for sure. Oh, they saw the Warlock get out of the gate. Now they can see it. Doombolts flying in. There's a lot of stuff piling out of the webway, though, eh? Raptors might be in trouble. Knockback. Oh, the Curse of Tzeentch knocks back retreating units, I suppose. Heretics are wiped. Banshee's now level 3. Seer Council level 3 already. Look at this. Sparks with a full retreat, though, up against double autocannon Terminators and a tank. North side kicking off. Here's the Land Raider Redeemer. And there is an Imperial Abyss from one of the sorcerers, most likely Veldi, perhaps, or maybe Lyon, actually. Imperial Abyss is basically tons of damage in that little circle in the middle. It's like 200 heavy melee DPS, I think, in there. And it drags you in with these chains. The Land Raider Redeemer acts as a reinforcement and retreat point for the blue team. So it could be a big deal on this north side. If you activate it as your retreat point, that is. Eldritch on the Land Raider Phobos. I think they're going to get it here. You have subjugated Sternguard veterans. Rocket run going in from Sir Gunter. Can they get the Land Raider? What are those Sternguard doing? There we go. It's down. It's down. Inquisitors twitching on the floor there. Is that 3 Leman Russes? No, that's a Chimera. 2 Leman Russes and the Land Raider Redeemer, which is being furiously repaired right now. They took down one of the shrines as well. Yeah, push forward, get rid of this shrine, and you can cap in peace maybe. There is a last cannon Havoc. Not sure why it's so close to the middle here. Just opens it up for flanks. You want your setup teams on the dead edge if you can, the southern or northern or whatever edge you're on. Warlock level 6 gets a revive finally. Well done, Warlock. We have 12 model level 4 guardsmen here with plasma guns, so they should trade quite well with Chaos Marines. Not sure about trading with Terminators, but Chaos Marines. See, Sparks is having a big impact here with these pushes. He's pushing quite wildly, but it is keeping the red team back. And Blues have that 2-to-1. And he's not losing a lot on his pushes as well. And because he's got the webways and because he's got that Eldar mobility, he can get right back out again to do it again. Repair bunker, says Kaiser. There we go. Nice. That'll repair all nearby allied vehicles, sorry. Needs to back up a bit more though, the Land Raider. Need? What does Hutch need? Their need ASAP. Need. I'm not sure what he's talking about. He's got double Chaos Terminators. Not interested in Lightning Claws. I guess they are thinking of the vehicles. But one Lightning Claw Terminator squad would really help them against the melee Eldar that they're fighting. The Warlock and the Banshees and the Seer Council. Fire Prism and double Dark Creepers now for Sparks. Couldn't quite get a decap there. Red team now looking for a way through. Here's that Fire Prism. Holy crap. Why was that Doom Bolt so insane? Were they cursed as well? They didn't seem to be knocked over. That was nuts. 86 to 152. Looks like the red team are tripling the south to try and get both of the VPs. Now here comes Sparks again. But yeah, this is too much stuff to harass. All 3 players are down here. What was that wiped? I think the Banshees wiped. Yeah, Banshees are down. They did really well, those Banshees. Are the blue team going to respond? Well, they need to. They need to bring some stuff down here. Sparks is calling the 3. Still have that VP lead, the red team. Here come the Leman Russes. Can they focus down this Land Raider? Just getting big shots on that Leman Russ. The Demon Shield is up. The Chimera might go down here. It's a lot of autocannons from all those Terminators. Good assist from Breeze with the Force Barrier there. Not sure what those tactical marines are up to. I guess they're going for the Land Raider, right? So they got messed up. We do have Plasma tactical marines and Kraken Bolt Stone Guard. They should actually be using their Vengeance rounds against the Terminators, but it looks like they are shooting the Chaos Space Marines, so Kraken Bolt is correct there. 86 to 135. The north is still blue, and they never capped that northern contested power. The blue team sitting up there. Dark Reapers tearing through some stuff. Terminators here limping away. 1 model, 2 models. We still have 3 and 3 here for Veldi. Tzeentch caster gets the Seer Council out of there. They're level 3, those guys. Gonna get a revive here maybe. They're gonna try it. Back off those tanks, that's right. Here's an orbital. An orbital from Breeze. They've spread them out. They've done the right thing. They've spread them out. The Land Raider, I think, gets out of it, but it might get taken out by the Fire Prism there. GG, we lack AV, says Lyon. They have a decent amount of it. They have Melter Raptors. They have 4 Terminators. They have a Land Raider Phobos. They had 2 Land Raider Phobos. But I guess some Las Cannon Havoc's gonna go miss. Down goes that Land Raider. That was the Fire Prism getting a last shot there, I think. Level 3 and level 2 Leman Russ has done some heavy lifting north. Heretics go for the VP. It's not going to end well for him. not going to end well for him. Yeah, that webway did do a lot of work for the blue team. Level 8 sorcerer here. They all got the Rod of Warpfire, I think. Yep. Tome of Subjugation here for Hutch. Plague Marines on the way for Lyon. Triple Dark Creepers for Sparks. Sort of damage they can put out on those Terminators there. 2-1. Do the red team have another push in them? Maybe. And they've still got 4 Terminator squads between them. Here comes a Chaos Dreadnought, Marco Tzeentch, perhaps. Land Raider Redeemer is now fully healed up at 2,500 hit points of vehicle armor. You see some messed up Chaos Space Marines out of the Frag Assault. Raptors jumping in. Did you really need to jump, guys? And it's right here. Got the Melter Bomb, but why? Why would you jump a Land Raider by yourself when it's got Marine support? You guys are just desperate to get on this VP. Here's more Terminators? No. Circle of Summoning. Spawning some Bloodletters there. To tie up those Tactical Marines, that should be pretty good. South seems calm for now. So on this VP. Lehman Russ has come back over. Stone Guard veterans have their Vengeance rounds loaded in. They can retreat back to the Land Raider. Was it just the Land Raider that was the turning point? It really solidified the north for him, didn't it? And then the push looked really impressive in the south, but the blue team dealt with it actually quite well. And now they have this pretty strong gun line. Can the Terminators get this done? 86 to 25. It's a lot of firepower. Force Commander's in there. Leveling to 6 is going to go down, which inspires everything because of his Sacred Standard. That is a rocket run from Gunter. Really well hit too. Look at the damage it did to those Terminators. Down goes a Dreadnought. Imperial Abyss in the back lines of the blue team though. Looks like they've got this. They have both the natural VPs. Well done, Sparks. They're going to get the game. Blue team take it. What an awesome back and forth. Very, very fun. We had a level 6 Force Commander down at the end there. A level 7 Inquisitor. She had the Mandate and the Purgatus. Level 7 Warlock. Did some great stuff. Level 7 Sorcerer. Level 7 Sorcerer and level 8 Sorcerer. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next one.